What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Spill with Dill podcast. I am your host, Dill Croydon, and to the right of me, I have my co-host, as always, Sir Eastman.
What's up?
What's
up?
Anything wild happened to you this week? Anything fucking crazy? Any spooky shit since we're getting close?
Spooky shit. Oh, because of Halloween?
Yeah. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, actually.
No. So This guy hasn't done anything in the past week.
No.
But guess what we're doing this week? We have a fucking dope ass, amazing ass fucking guest who I'm a giant fan of. Everyone, we have our guest today, 6ieglo.
Hello.
How you doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Thank you for having me, though.
Yeah, for sure, man. I've been a huge fan of you for a long time. 6ieglo, what do you do? Just let us know.
I am a contemporary abstract expressionist. I'm a fine artist. But yeah, man, I'm an overall creative, bro. Anything creative, I put my touch to it. So I make fucking clothes. I make sculptures. But my main focus is, my paintings.
Yeah, I feel you. Bro, let me just start off by saying this, I go to a lot of places in the DMV, whether it's venues, bars, just anywhere, gathering events, and no matter where I go, more than probably 85% of the time, I see your artwork around the DMV so much.
Yeah.
You have such a fucking specific, unique style. I know you sign all your artwork at the bottom, and you have such a good signature on it. I can even, that's such a sick signature.
Yeah.
But even without seeing that, if I see your art anywhere, I instantly know, that's 6ieglo.
That's funny.
That's 6ieglo. Like your characters, your monsters, everything. I'm a huge fan, dog. I just had to let you know.
I appreciate you, bro. That's love right there. No, man, it's definitely everywhere I try to go, I'm a big social bird, and that being said, that's where I really try to put my art everywhere I go. So it's just it's an extension of me at this point. I have pieces here and there, and technically I could fucking leave the room physically, but I'm still gonna be there.
Hell yeah, right?
Even when I fucking walk out. So
yeah.
Where's your art taking you in the last couple of years?
Everywhere, man. It's taken me, different places of the world, different clothing stores, different locations. Like I said, because I'm a creative of all sorts, each piece that I make or everything I put my name on kind of takes me somewhere. So,
That's fine.
whether it's the art takes me, a specific spot, or the clothes.
You said recently that you're heading to New York.
No. So I'm moving back from New York.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
moving back from. So
Yeah.
you've been in New York this whole
so I
time.
moved-
So we got lucky to get you on this.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I moved to New York early last summer, and I moved in with my manager and another really good friend of mine, and it was good, bro.
Were you getting showcases, everything you needed in New York?
Yes and no. So I definitely, one thing that New York really brought me was I took my work way more serious, and on top of that, I was able to close distractions, because although I have friends out there, I'm really isolated with my work. So I was able to really kind of gather my thoughts together and really put my work in kind of on a pedestal with nothing else in the way. So no kids, no girlfriend, strictly my work and I. And bro, it was really beneficial, bro. And
So you just knew exactly what you fucking wanted.
Yeah.
You blocked out everything
yay
in
and
that
nay.
circle.
Yay and nay, bro. I originally went with the idea to get into galleries and kind of put myself in the position to be surrounded by like-minded people, and I was able to do that, but it was definitely a lot more than I expected, because I've been a part of the DMV for so long, I went kind of searching for a new crowd when technically I could have stayed in the DMV and just, you know, made my crowd bigger rather than finding a whole new crowd.
Let me ask you something about that though.
Mm.
Like I as someone who's been working and creating music here for so long,
Mm-hmm.
especially in this exact spot of Maryland,
Yeah.
I've always thought maybe the missing link was that I just fucking didn't expand and go somewhere. But I always think about I could do that,
Mm-hmm.
but what's gonna happen when I get there? If I go to LA right now, I still got a shitty room I'm paying rent for
Yeah.
that I still have to fucking
Probably got roaches.
grind even a million times
You're
more.
probably not a good
And it's
neighbor.
Yeah, like right now, like yeah, I'm living how I live, like how I can,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I'd be doing the same thing just there.
Yeah.
It's like, of course, you meet new connects different places, and you can do that. New York is definitely.
Of course, yeah.
Anytime I think of like places that fucking like blow up with, you know, creatives, it's L.A., New York, Atlanta.
Yeah.
I guess you could put Florida now a little bit.
Yeah.
Miami,
Florida.
Miami, I guess you could do that. I think of those places, and I always think to myself like, you know, I'm getting older now, like not like fucking old man, but like
Yeah.
it's at the point where it's like, damn, you really got to think about like what's your next move.
Absolutely.
So it's like, am I gonna fucking ring DMV out for its
Yeah.
last drop, or like can I start dabbling? Like,
So I think with that it was you know, you definitely need a solid community. You
Yeah.
know? And you know, I feel
and
like
you can build that in DMV.
of course you can
build that. And I wasn't saying
No,
I love
yeah.
DMV.
Hell yeah.
I've been
But
supporting. my whole
I
life.
think I think it's always still good to expand. It's still
Yeah.
always good to kind of like step on new ground. You know, kind of dip your toes in the water elsewhere, because not only do you gonna kind of get the experience of it, but you still get to kind of see how like, because you know, for instance, music in Atlanta versus music in New York is two completely different
Yeah.
things.
Right.
So that being
So
said, you know, it's really good to expand, but one thing that I definitely took advantage of was making new connections. So
Right.
it's like, same way how I was saying, my art, I can go somewhere and even when I leave the room, my art will be there.
Right.
Luckily, I was able to make those connections, and you know, if I want to go back to New York, I know at some point I probably will go back because
I think that's kind of
still has a lot to offer,
'cause
bro.
you leave your trademark
Yeah,
everywhere you
of
go.
course.
You leave your mark every place you
Yeah.
go, and it's nothing like you said earlier. We didn't say it on here, but you said you don't repeat the art at
Mhm.
different showcases.
Yeah.
Like once you've shown it, it's on to the next one.
Of
You don't
course.
do that
Yeah.
again. That's super cool, dude. That's like ahead. You're ahead of yourself, which is super cool. I think that's.
What do you do with the pieces after the showcase?
So, a couple things actually.
So if they didn't sell at the
Didn't sell.
showcase, what do you do with them?
So, for one, I do have big stock. I have a lot of stock always. And it depends. If I'm working on merch,
Yeah.
merch doesn't sell, just give it away. Just
Okay.
give it away. But gratefully, in the past few years, all my merch sells. Yeah, if it doesn't sell out immediately, it sells out within the week. But for art, that I kind of just hold on to because it's like
Memorabilia?
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit?
It's if not even memorabilia. Like art kind of ages like fine wine. So it's just like
Okay.
it's like
Okay,
you know,
I see what
if
you're
you
saying.
see something like a piece by Picasso when he was 16 cost way more than a piece when he was like 55.
True.
Because it's like it's older. It's an older, more original version of him. So don't get me wrong. Yeah, I fucking like. For instance, you just purchased a piece.
Mhm.
You got a piece of a collection of 4.
Yeah.
So I think you got 3 of 4. No, yeah, you got 3 of 4.
I'm flexing right now.
Yeah. 3 of 4.
I'm hyped about
You're
this
in the
piece.
books.
Nah, that's just
We
cool,
gotta
yeah.
display your joints after our break.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
absolutely. After we have our little halfway
Yeah.
break,
Yeah,
we're gonna
we gotta put the pieces
when we
out.
start
Put
up
one
the
right
second
here.
segment,
Yeah,
we're gonna
bro.
put some of
Yeah.
his artwork over here, everyone.
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea, I got a really good question.
What's up?
I've been thinking about it, and I've
Yeah.
been wanting to ask you since the day I fucking saw your
Yeah.
artwork,
What's
and
up?
it's been a couple years. It's our first time talking. by
Of
the way.
course.
Bro, you like I said, you have such a unique style. You have this whole fucking broad book of just fucking characters, and I want to know, like, there's so many monsters you draw. I mean, do you name them? Do you have like a little universe they live in?
Yeah, bro.
Is it like the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
The
But these
Diego
are-
Cinematic
Yeah, Diego, the DMU.
Yes.
And
Yes.
like-
DMU.
Yes and no. There's no specific name, but they are. If I had like a Sharpie right now, just like a black Sharpie, I could draw you like it's like close to 7 to 8, and it's one character. The only thing that changes about him is the color of like his like skin or fur or whatever you want to call it. That's the only thing that changes. But for the most part, the reason I say Sharpie is because it's just simple black and white. The colors of these characters are always changing. Whether
Got you. Same outline.
Does that have an underlying meaning?
Yes and no.
Feeling?
Yeah. So it's
Emotion?
like, for instance, like I draw this character. Doesn't really have a name, but I draw him in different colors. So
Recurring.
so it's always so. The eyes are always going to be very different. So I always draw a more like realistic shaped eye, and I always draw like a circle eye. But sometimes the pupil of the realistic eye might be a swirly. Sometimes this one might be more
Right.
pupil.
That's dope.
But
You
like I
dream
said,
about these?
huh?
You dream of these characters?
Yeah, I feel like this is like a dream
I
type
have
of
a
concept.
You just having a crazy like.
Did you just have some
mind
nightmares as a
grind.
kid and brought them to life?
No, bro. But to be honest with you, these are all like people always like compare to my work to like scary and like demons and shit, but they're really not, bro. I've been
Yeah.
drawing these pictures since I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what? Have you ever seen?
They look-
Obviously, Where the Wild Things
Of
Are.
course, that's one of my
Where the
biggest-
Wild
biggest
Things Are. It
inspirations,
was
yeah.
just a little fictional land of
Yeah.
kids that lived with their imaginary like creations.
Yeah. So that's,
I see your work a lot, and I
Yeah.
picture those like creatures that just
Yeah.
kind of, but it's not coming from a scary
Of
demonic
course not.
like
No, no,
place. It's coming
and-
from like a
and that's-
comforting like.
And that's the thing, bro. Like a lot of people don't know this, but I've obviously, like I was mentioning to you earlier, I've been drawing my whole life. I've been drawing since I was a kid. It was a hobby of mine. Like,
Yeah.
Sitting down on like a fucking Saturday, like I hated sports. I fucking didn't like any of them.
You would just rather
And,
sketch.
yeah, I'd rather just sit at home and draw.
I bet your
And-
school notes were just.
Oh, bro, I
not one math equation.
One of
just
my first galleries,
doodles.
bro. I fucking framed scantrons. It was like 4 scantrons.
of your
All,
joints.
all art.
That would
bro.
look like so cool. A
The-
bunch of bubbled in
The
letters.
funniest, no. So it wasn't. I actually drew on the scantron. The funniest thing is that, bro, I was like one of those like I don't give a fuck ass kids.
Yeah.
Welcome to my life, thing.
Yeah.
That
Bro,
was
so
me
like
too.
I remember like I wasn't even being like I didn't give a shit, bro. I just drew on the scantron, turned it in. Like I didn't even like draw with the dots. Like nah, fuck. I drew over the dots. And then, bro, I remember I got.
Well, they
like,
couldn't scan that, so you get a zero,
yeah,
right?
So you get a
And
fucking
they give it
zero.
back
But
to
it
you.
looked cool.
But now I have.
You still have those.
Oh yeah, I still have a couple.
That's history.
I have them in plastic like what do you call it, like
Piggy bank.
nah,
Like
it's like a binder when you fucking put it in
Portfolio?
the plastic.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
with
You
the-
had to look.
sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
So you had to turn in like a fancy final report at the end of
Yeah.
the year.
sleep.
Yeah, you get nice sleep.
But that being said, I going back to what you were saying, a lot of these these characters are their drawings I've been doing for years. They just got older the same way I got older. So
That's fucking amazing.
so
That
like I have like a journal where I found it a couple of years ago actually. The character, you could look at my art today, and you could look at that piece of art in that journal. You may not be able to kind of tell that it's the same person, but it looks like a kid tried to draw what Diego me is drawing today.
So it grows with you.
It grows
Yeah.
with me.
So
that-
would you say your characters are an extension of yourself, or
absolutely, yeah.
like, are they like your friends that grow up with you?
I wouldn't say they're friends. I feel like they're
They're
just
parts
more
of
of
you.
like I'm really like I know how to deal and express my feelings,
Yeah.
but I do it through art. So right now, if I'm pissed at you guys, and I was just instead of fucking like being pissed and like having a bad day, I'll
Like
draw
sitting
about
there
it. Yeah, I'll just
and
draw
get it
about
all out.
Of course.
I love
And we
that.
look crazy, I bet.
That's how
He was
how
mad.
I feel with writing music, bro.
Yeah,
I'm so
absolutely.
bad at talking to people about my feelings. Like I am such an emotional bitch sometimes, and I have no fucking way of talking
know.
my feelings.
Yeah.
Like
He is.
I'll like
I can
FaceTime him and like
He's
a
cry my ass off to him.
Yeah.
But like I can't do that to anyone else. So it's like, you know what? I feel myself when I get in that studio and I like start up the Pro Tools, start up everything, and like start writing in my notes, do all this chord engineering. That whole process is my fucking therapy.
Yeah,
like that whole
shit is
process.
therapeutic, bro. It's therapeutic.
And just being able to say what you couldn't say, like what you not even at the moment. Sometimes stuff you don't even want to talk about now that happened. I can't say it. Like I just can't explain it.
Of course.
But I can when I put it together in a certain articulated way.
That's the beautiful part about all the arts, bro. Because it's really it's just a form of expression, bro. Like even like we've been talking about comedians and shit. So it's just like a while back ago I teamed up with a comedian in DC and I had never really focused too much on stand up.
We talking about my guy who I love.
Mr. Martin Amini.
Mr. Martin Amini. Martin, wait, before we even go, Martin, we've DM'd and I was there at that show for this. I would love to have you on this show one day.
Do you hear what's playing in the background right now?
The ice cream
truck, and his dad, wait,
Silver Spring.
His dad
owns like
the
what, like
ice
10?
cream truck.
It's probably one of his trucks.
His fucking first special was called "Son of an Ice
And
Cream."
the fact when you just started talking about it, it was like a background.
Hey Martin,
that's
it's just a sign. You gotta come hop up on me.
Shit. I'm not gonna hold you.
As soon as y'all
I'm gonna send this to Martin, bro. I'm gonna send this to Martin.
For real. Yeah. But speaking of that too,
they roll through the neighborhood.
I'm sorry to cut you off. You were talking about the story of how Martin got you that spot.
But basically, So I really realized, a lot of the arts overall, bro. Like, of course, fucking, comedy's hilarious, bro.
My favorite pastime besides music.
But that I was never able to kind of put two and two that, even comedians, bro, they're expressing themselves, and I thought that was it was like. I know it's common sense, bro, that they're laughing, at situations, but it was like that was to me. That was like I was like, yo, everybody expresses themselves, even bro. It was like a fucking
when they're making like 9/11 jokes or they're doing this, it's literally just like. You gotta understand, like, it's just fucking comedy. They're not obviously fucking here hating.
Dude,
like,
9/11 has become such a meme recently. It's insane.
Dude, we're only like, what, 22 years?
Well, no, it's the South Park episode. You gotta wait 20 years and then it becomes funny. Something bad has to happen. So with AIDS.
Bro,
South Park is there the week after making fun of it.
No, you haven't seen that episode? Where they're like, why are we laughing at these AIDS jokes? And they're like, wait, it's been 20 years. We can finally laugh at it.
Oh, 9/11. Magic Johnson's. Bro, I remember
I saw a video the other day. It was because 9/11 just passed. And someone's birthday was on 9/11. They literally built, like, it was a girl giving, like, a fucking time lapse of a 9/11 cake, and it's like a tall 2-tower cake. I'm talking about, bro, and there's like frosting and shit, like orange frosting.
Dude, the internet is dangerous.
It's fucked up.
There's no bounds these days.
Internet
they don't give
Dude,
a fuck.
it is the wild west on the fucking internet.
Dude, it's
literally back in Western times on the fucking internet.
No.
It's like you can get lost in that.
Honestly, what we were just talking about, Room 808, how Martin did that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wanted to tell you also, I've been going to Room 808 since it opened up, and I was going to Martin's other venue before he booked that, which was like in a little fucking alley.
Yeah.
And you had to like walk downstairs. It was real fucking sketchy. But when he got Room 808 to work with it, I was so happy because like this was during 2020, so he was like pumping them out towards the end of the year, like weekly, every week selling out Room 808, and he had a good fucking like vision on how to do it. But I remember going there with my girl at the time, and I was sitting right against the wall, and there was a school bus, there was monsters, and everything painted on the walls, and I remember telling her, "This is 6ieglo," and like pulling up my phone and showing her shit.
Cool shit.
And I didn't even know until after the show when we took pictures of Martin and like all this other shit that at the very bottom of the floor you have your signature.
Yeah.
Like, and then all your pictures have that little signature.
Of course.
So it was just like really crazy that I knew anywhere I go, bro, I just know it's yours.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
it's a lot of that shit is cool, bro. And shout out to Martin himself, bro. That's big, bro. And he built Room 808 from the ground up, bro. Like, it used to be a flower shop before.
Really?
And he's on tour and shit right now,
Yeah,
living
he's on tour.
in
Does he
Cali.
own the venue?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah,
I think he's still paying for it while he's still living in Cali.
Wow.
I don't know the logistics.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
And,
gonna. I feel like that's like the beginning of DC's like next big comedy club. That's exciting to see from the ground up.
I feel like we could make it happen too.
Yeah, bro, what?
Like
That's great
man.
to see.
Yeah, he really started. You know, he's always been in the DMV area. You know, working on his comedy, bro. But
He put me on him
yeah, bro. That's
before he
made
even
a
started
way, bro.
blowing up. For
Now that's why
I just fucked
he
with
like
it, man. I knew
flies
it was
people
Silver
in,
Spring.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's Silver Spring. Yeah, that's where he's from.
Yeah.
We're in Silver Spring right now.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
too far away, I think, from like we're in his. He has the one special son of an ice cream truck driver.
Yeah.
How weird was it that fucking ice cream
That
truck
was actually
came
that was
around
super-
just as you
that was-
mentioned
that was
Martin
actually
Amini,
really sick.
Yeah,
an
man.
ice cream truck. So we have the window open too. So
I
we can
wouldn't.
hear.
If I was a betting man, I would say that is probably one of his pops. Like he says, he has like 8 or 10
No.
trucks or something.
A couple years back.
A good amount of trucks.
I can see that.
Like maybe like honestly like 2-3 years back, I hit him up on Twitter asking for a music video. I need an ice cream truck, and I
Okay.
hit him up, and he said that his dad sold the company.
Oh shit.
That's what he replied to back saying.
That'd be
That I know
wild.
for a fact because
Yeah.
unless he lied to me, that's what he. That's
He's
what
like,
he's like, no, I don't. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, who's this? What a fan.
I don't know. I haven't really asked about the ice cream trucks.
Maybe his pops is retired. That could also.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it's like,
sounds
my
like it,
son's
man.
actually like doesn't want to do anything with my ice cream truck business.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just sell it.
No.
He's
One
probably
of his
worth a good
jokes
amount
was
of money.
Martin.
Yeah.
If the comedy doesn't work out, you
Yeah.
know we always have the ice cream truck.
That's just funny as hell, bro. His dad is cool as hell.
Yeah, no, he reminds me of my dad. Like when he even says the jokes. I think
Yeah.
that's why I connect to Martin so much.
That's
Like
cool as
it just
shit.
reminds me of like my family when he
Yeah.
talks about his family.
Of course,
Were the pieces he commissioned you for the venue, were they pieces that you already had in mind, or was it, yo, I'm going here on a blank slate,
So
I'm about to just run it?
So at that time when he had reached out to me, he, like I said, this was all through like Twitter, bro.
Yeah.
Twitter DMs.
Yeah, you said your fans were telling him, but you didn't have a Twitter or something.
A friend of mine
Yeah, could you
reached. He like tagged me in the post, and he was just like, yo, like he hit me up. And he was like, yo, hit this guy up, and that's when I go on Twitter, and I saw that I had a DM from him. But then after that, we started talking. I came to check the space out, and I had a studio in Rockville. Like we're the one we were just talking about.
Yeah, next to the Leo Lounge.
Yes.
Shout
that's
out
the
Isaac
Leo
Leo.
Lounge.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you called it. What was the street?
The building itself was called Serendipity.
Serendipity.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And Martin came to Serendipity. He saw all of my pieces, and
Oh, dope.
I thought he was gonna pick up like 3 or 4 for the venue. He was just like, "Yeah, I want all of them." And I was just like,
no
what do you-
fucking way.
I was like, "What
That's
do you mean?"
beautiful.
Yeah, he was just like,
You were
"Yeah."
like, huh?
Yeah. Could
So
you
he-
imagine the
What?
imagine
So that all the pieces there are for sale. So that's why if people
So
come,
he walked into your studio, was like Michael Jackson at like that.
Literally.
You seen that clip where
Yeah.
he's at the antique store? He's like, I want it all.
Yeah.
Sir, that's like $5 million.
So that's
And I want
and
it
that's the thing, bro. It was like I was looking for a space to show my work.
Yeah.
Kind of like more consistent, you know, nothing just like, not just on Instagram, not just on social media in general.
Yeah.
I was just like, bro, I want them to be somewhere where people could see them. And yeah, he was like, yeah, like, can we figure it out? How can we drop them off? You set it up, and yeah, bro, he gave me complete creative direction to put them all in the studio and Room 808.
That's what's up.
And to this day, you know, I'm still selling them back to back. You know, there's people that'll
Dude.
like call, like some of his team members will call me. They'll be like, "Yo, someone's interested in this, bro. What do I do about it?" And
I don't know if you noticed, but him and Matt Rife played a
Matt
show
Rife.
last night.
Yeah.
You know the picture right behind them is
The
your
ice cream truck.
no, is your guy picture, the yellow frame one.
Yeah, the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
And you had an ice cream truck already ready?
No,
Yeah,
it's
so that
behind
one was
them.
a
It's the
commission.
one like when they talk. It's the one behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an original.
So
that
that
you
is
give
an
for
original.
him.
Yeah. So Martin
Yeah,
commissioned
talk about
me.
that.
Yeah, Martin
Yeah.
commissioned me for 2 pieces. He
Okay.
commissioned me for the mural,
Love
the big
it.
mural
Fuck
that's like the main entrance.
And I love that it's just like in their reels. Every time they put a
Yeah.
reel, it shows your
Always
name
that,
at the
yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
Like your name is on these
Nah,
videos
oh,
making
yeah.
millions
Yeah.
of millions of millions
And it,
of
bro,
reviews.
As an artist, you gotta sign that shit.
It brings me a bunch of clients. Like, I have people constantly saying like yo, I don't know if you're familiar with this, and I always have to tell them like, yeah, I also helped build that space.
Yeah.
Like if you go check it out, like I have all the art on the wall.
So as someone that hasn't been to
Yeah.
room 808, can break down what happened when you walk in.
So as soon as you walk in,
It's bigger than this room, definitely. It's probably your whole basement.
Yeah. So
Okay, but then you walk in, you immediately see the mural.
So when you walk in,
It's at the
that you-
end of the
that
wall.
you did.
the mural's all the way in the back, and it's
Yeah.
the
Okay.
welcome. It's the welcome to Petworth mural. So basically, I have a bunch of I have like the National Stadium. I drew the Capitol. I drew the fucking memorial. like,
Everything there is you.
and everything DMV for real. And then
Love it.
around the walls, you have you just have different pieces that I had made throughout time.
And those are the
And,
ones he bought from you right away.
No. So those are the ones that we have up for sale. So he only
He
So
lets you sell your shit there too.
yeah. So that's the thing. So
That's big love.
That's big love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Without a
that's-
license or anything
yeah,
either.
bro, all that shit.
Hey,
You know?
Yeah, that's
Hey,
fine.
chill, don't say that.
I mean, he's got a fucking license.
No, he definitely has like.
All right, good.
Nah, but
Dude, I didn't about blow the spot up, Dylan.
Damn, I'm
Nah,
such a
but-
snitch.
You fucking the hustle.
Y'all can jump me up. I deserve it.
Nah,
I
you
deserve
good.
it. I deserve it.
But,
No, he's all good. Sounds like.
No,
But anyway, yeah.
But then he owns he did commission me for the big ice cream truck one. So the ice cream truck one is his.
I don't think I've seen that, but
That's the yellow one that you're talking about with my name.
Yeah, that's the one. That's
okay,
the
yeah,
one.
he
So-
knows that place
Yeah,
very well.
I've been there
personally
for a
never been
bunch
there.
of
I'll show you guys a picture.
Real
Yeah.
quick, I'm going to close this up real quick. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right.
Sick.
Love y'all. Welcome back. We took a small little break there, but we're back, and you're probably wondering what the fuck's going on. What's going on is fucking 6ieglo's fucking artwork right now. This is some of his dopest shit that he's done recently, and I'm in fucking awe every time I see it. Do you see what I mean by such a unique style? There's nowhere you can go and see this and not be like, that's not 6ieglo. No, that's 6ieglo. Like, look at it. He has a unique style. Do you see it? If you see it, fucking comment in there. Follow this man. Once again, it's 6ieglo with a 6.
Yes, sir. 6ieglo.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
This stuff is beautiful, man. Like I was saying before, my dad with the art gallery. I really hope you guys can link, especially because you're coming back to DC. But he,
Hell yeah.
at an early age, instilled in me the importance of art, and I hate. Because of him, I hate going into houses or rooms and there's blank walls.
Yeah.
It's my biggest pet
Of course,
peeve for
bro.
some reason. It's weird.
I feel like I'm
needs to
in a
have
straight
art.
jacket, almost in a white room.
Yeah,
I'm
it
in
doesn't
a
feel
room,
like-
I'm just banging my head on
Like,
the wall until
yeah,
something
bro.
I'll
turns
show you
red.
the stuff I've collected over the years upstairs. This is the stuff I'm hanging up is all my stuff for the most part. But for real, we were talking about how you're a big ink guy. It's my favorite
Yeah.
medium ever. This
I
piece
love-
right here is mine now, so fuck y'all. I shopped with Boy before we even started.
Yeah.
What I
have
really
4
love about
pieces
this
now. You
one-
can suck my dick.
If you look at this joint, you can see he painted it, but he followed around with thin ballpoint Sharpie.
It's beautiful.
In a way, is almost like
It's
that.
so it's an oil marker. It's a super fine point. It's
That's how you did the
uh,
outlining, right?
yeah.
Something I noticed real quick, my bad. I don't mean to cut y'all off, but you showed me the tattoo as well on the side of your head.
Yeah.
Can you talk about Basquiat for a second and the influence he's had on you?
Yeah, bro. So Basquiat was one of my favorite artists. When I did start to, because of course I wanted to when I told myself I'm going to be an artist, I did my research. Not thoroughly, but I did enough research to find all the big artists of our time. So it would be more of the fucking names everybody knows, like the Keith Haring, the fucking Basquiat,
Picasso,
all that
Van Gogh.
shit.
Right.
He didn't have an ear.
Of course, but before
He did have an ear. He cut it off because he was fucking depressed and
He did it for
shit.
her.
Well, yeah, it was over a woman. I think
Yeah.
his love. He was like, "I love you so much."
Yeah.
Him
She
and
was
Kurt
like,
Cobain.
Anyway,
That shit was crazy.
You're doing your research, getting at least the big names down on your palette.
You know, I obviously started from there. So one of the first people that really, I guess, I really liked and enjoyed was Basquiat. And then after Basquiat, you know, obviously I found artists that I was more, you know, I could relate to. But Basquiat was definitely one of the first that kind of, you know, got me really into the art.
Right.
But you know, he definitely he has the crown. The crown, he calls it the famous crown. Yeah. So that
I saw the pieces.
So a lot of my pieces do have the crown, and you know, I have my own crown tatted on my head.
Hell yeah.
It's a famous crown.
Do you want to know what I think about?
Give you power.
Yeah, of course.
You have all these inspirations from so long ago.
Mm.
When it comes to music, I know I keep relating to music. That's what we call sampling, like to use it. Do you feel like you're kind of like throwing in a sample and chopping it up a little bit like that?
So that's the cool thing about art. I feel like a lot of the work that I create, it always comes from.
Sorry, I don't want the smoke, Dave.
Oh.
My bad.
As long as you don't add something, I'm good.
Yeah, I was like, this actually might discolor it a little bit.
Nah, you're good. I appreciate that though.
Yeah.
No, for real. I'm not trying to fuck up your shit.
You're good. But besides that, yeah, I there's a quote, I forget how it goes, but it's like, you know, good artists create, great artists steal, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's true, bro, because like I've worked around other artists, and you know, of course I appreciate, you know, anything anyone does, but sometimes you'll see someone do something and it inspires you, so you'll take that idea and run with it.
Yeah.
But you'll take a piece of it.
But you'll add more.
Yeah,
you'll create something
no
new.
Art is original.
No.
Yeah,
No,
dude. Like it's like with guitars. Like you're not.
Yeah.
We all using the same chords.
I mean, I
like,
studied like Dre
Yeah.
forever because I always wanted to be the producer engineer guy, and his engineering was like so insane. People forgot that he was more than just a producer.
Well, Jay was a jack of all trades. He was a fucking rapper. He was a fucking.
Well, he never wrote most of his raps.
Nowadays, everybody want to talk that they got something to say, but nothing
Like,
comes out.
yeah,
When they
he'll
go to lips,
admit
it's
to
a
that,
bunch of
too.
gibberish. You motherfuckers that forgot about Dre.
Okay. You look like a
What did you say to somebody, Way? Anyone
You look like one of the extras in Real Slim Shady's music video.
Boy, I'm brown. Get out. I'm brown. You didn't hear that. when the
Dyed ass
microphone-
white hair.
That's funny as shit.
I'm the.
And I wrote you, but
I'm
you
the
still ain't call
Skittle.
you.
I'm not one of those.
I wrote my phone, my pagers all on the bottom.
Don't you try to do it.
Oh,
See,
Ghost.
Look, that
See?
was the ghost of Eminem. Is
You
coming
were
against you.
fucking with me in the beginning of the podcast for believing, going, fuck this guy. Fuck you. Anyway,
Stupid, though.
besides not Picasso,
Basquiat.
Basquiat,
Yeah.
dumbass. Is there anyone like in particular that's like, you know, in the current game that you really fucking with right now?
I'm a big Kondo fan.
What's Kondo like?
George Kondo. He's super fucking talented artist. He's actually done a couple things you've probably seen. Have you ever seen My Dark Twisted Fantasy?
Yes.
Of course.
So he's the one
Love
that
it.
did all 4 covers for Kanye.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Even
so-
the Graduation?
Nah, he didn't do Graduation.
Do you know that artist?
Takashi Murakami.
My homie AJ told me about him. He has a. Did you see the pieces he did with the Sparkling Water Pierre?
Yeah, I have.
You have a couple.
Yeah,
He
I
has a
have
couple
of
too.
them.
Yeah.
Takashi Murakami is also up there with one of my favorites. Rolf Steadman's funny that you had mentioned that.
He's one of my favorite. I used to have one of his posters like in high school, kind of. Also, shout out Ferrer, the homie that put me on to Diego in the beginning.
Salud.
Yeah, hopefully, I want him to come back from Pittsburgh soon, so
Yeah.
because like this man puts you on heaven.
That's good shit,
Type
bro.
shit.
I
Yeah,
love
he's
that.
a
I love that. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate that.
He's
That's
a
love, bro.
Big
That's
love
on my
of
podcast.
That's it, bro.
Nah, you came on my podcast.
Yeah, bro.
baby.
Nah,
Like that was
love, though, bro.
Paul.
Yeah.
you arrived to my.
Thank you.
Thank you for correcting yourself. Although they're gonna clip just the one part you came on my podcast in a rotation.
That's gonna be the
Oh
thumbnail.
my gosh.
But anyway.
And
So I got a question for you.
what's up?
So I got this arm pretty much done with. I got stuff I'm doing. This one is clear.
Yeah.
What you got for me that of your work that I can tattoo on myself this month?
Shit, man, we got multiple
This
designs,
month?
bro.
Like this
Yeah,
month,
let's
I'll
do
do
it.
it this month. I'll do it fucking tomorrow, dog.
Yeah, bro. I have I have a bunch of designs, bro. I have a whole fucking iPad just full of just like
Alright.
random ass.
So we'll go through them after this,
Yeah.
and then
I don't have my iPad on me, unfortunately.
Oh.
I don't have it.
eventually,
Yeah,
eventually,
of course.
we'll send some back and forth.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, man, we can do whatever, bro. It really, I always think it's really cool whenever people get.
Would you be offended if the artist who tats it is someone that you don't know or anything? I don't know how that works. Like,
I have a go-to guy that I usually, whenever, because people commission me to design their tattoos all the time.
right.
So I have a go-to guy that anytime he's the one that's done all my tattoos, and all my tattoos are all my drawings.
Right.
But besides, I know some people have their go-to tattoo artist.
Yeah.
All I ask as long as he doesn't fuck up the drawing. But besides,
Yeah. He won't do that. Yeah.
Nah,
I
I mean, you're a
trust
good
him.
tattoo. You're a good tattoo.
No, I
so
fuck with
trust
him. He's Matt Leo. Shout out Matt Leo Tattoos. He does mine. He just has a very American traditional.
Yeah, but
He has like the American traditional
But
style.
guaranteed he could probably.
I want some Japanese traditional wave somewhere, but I still also want, like, if you draw anything, he could still
Yeah, bro.
just
like,
do
there's-
line work.
Hell yeah.
Know.
But nah, bro, we could definitely design some cool shit, bro. There's if you have like a fucking image or something you have in mind, we could do that. Or like I said, we could just go back and forth. Like I said, I have a notebook full of shit, so people just kind of in the past have just gone through it and then I want this, boom.
Well, it's a deal that you'll draw me on this arm. You'll draw something big for me.
Nah, yeah, I will think about it. I'll definitely show you some shit in the journal.
I'm gonna get 6ieglo tatted on
That's
my arm.
sick.
You're gonna be with me for the rest of my life, boy.
Yeah, bro, this is cool as hell. I can definitely do some cool shit for it.
So your notebook where you have like all your like just things in the cut. You ever watch the Wu-Tang Saga Hulu thing? Remember the scene where
Yeah, of course.
serious, but there's a scene where RZA's house floods, his basement floods, and he loses all of his samples and his beats, and it's like a heartbreaking scene for any artist that knows what it's like. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah,
Like you ever just like, because I've lost
has.
beats. I lost my first beats I ever made. I lost my first mixes. Like
Hard drives are my entire life now. Like if
Yeah.
I didn't I record into hard drives now because like I'm afraid of losing.
Yeah, and even those hard drives can fail.
Yeah.
But like, have you ever
Yeah.
lost like physical shit
I have.
and you're just like,
I have.
fuck, like
There was and no disrespect, I still love these guys.
someone fucked up.
No.
Someone
We
fucked
getting
up
in
bad.
it. We getting in it. All right.
There was when I first started painting, I had a group of friends that they were more on the religious side. So unfortunately, they thought that I was possessed because they would see my drawings. So they actually went.
No.
Yep.
They
went-
requested like an exorcism on you.
something like that, bro. On some bully shit, bro. And to this day, like I still.
How
fight
old
with-
were y'all?
Bro, we were like fresh out of high school.
So these are grown ass men.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like
To this day,
And
bro,
they're
whenever
like-
I tell this story, bro, people fucking hate them.
I already hate them. I don't know who they are.
I don't know
Don't
about
give
you.
any
I don't-
names out
I'm
there.
not giving names.
I don't
I'ma
necessarily
send-
Fuck these guys.
No.
Holy
To this day,
fuck!
yeah.
I already know how the story after
Yeah.
that. Like, keep going. It's like,
But bro, they like.
Power of Christ compels you.
Yeah, bro, that's literally what
Power of
happened,
Christ
bro.
compels you.
Bro, it was fucked up, bro, and like, I definitely had my own little falling off after. But
Wait.
Yeah.
so on some
Wait, no,
bullshit.
you can't just go.
Wait.
No, you gotta
Yeah,
finish
bro.
the
So
story.
what did they
What
do?
happened?
Bro, they grabbed the journal. Supposedly, they claim that they just buried it in the fucking because we were on like a trip in LA. They claim, bro. This is actually the first time I've like publicly told this story. Too.
No, this is great. No way. Pull that microphone up closer. I need this.
Bro, so basically
Here,
they
wait. Wait, can y'all hear him? Okay. All right, never mind.
So basically, they like see the journal. They they think I'm possessed, and they claim they just buried it. But another friend of mine said that they actually burned it, and it was because like
Was this like a school trip in LA?
shit.
no, bro, this is like a group.
Outdoor
This is a
education.
guy's trip, bro.
Wait, these were just your homies?
These are my homies, That's what
Bro,
I'm
that's
saying.
what I'm trying to tell you.
Bro, it was some
That's what's
fuck. It was some fuck shit, bro. Like it was like, bro, it was so traumatic, bro. Cause like,
Yo, fuck these
Yeah,
guys.
no, honestly,
You're
it-
still friends with them?
I'm still friends with them. Yeah.
Have they seen
they-
the error?
No,
of
no,
the
I-
ways?
They definitely, bro.
They
like,
just like fuck with you.
and now that I continue to be an artist, bro, they like they don't even like talking about it. They still talk to me about it with like their head down and their tail between their legs.
They
Like,
should.
Yeah. So
Yo,
it's, especially because, bro, like
did they apologize?
yeah, they definitely apologize,
Okay,
bro. and
so obviously y'all
I def-
reconciled.
yeah, we're good now. But you know, it's
It
still
sounded
definitely.
a little more.
Nah, like I said, bro, I had my own thing. Like I stopped like hanging out with them a little. Like it was fucked.
As
up.
you-
It was fucked,
Yeah, Yeah, just
Honestly,
What?
this story ended a lot less violent. Than
Yeah,
I
I-
Dog, I was
Bro,
getting. I thought you would
Yeah,
like.
don't get me
pulled
wrong,
out
bro.
the
It definitely
sword.
came with a lot of emotion, but it was.
You got mental fortitude,
Hey man.
like on titanium.
Yeah.
Nah, bro,
Good
and
for
that's,
you.
And that's another thing too, bro. A lot of my art, I don't really get too attached to it because, so now I realize why I get more attached to it. It's because I can look back at it and I could remember a time of my life.
Yeah.
So
What time of life were you here?
So that one was actually when I had first moved to New York.
Oh, shit.
It was a kind of a form of me doing a lot and all of the ideas that I have. So if anything, the reason that it has so many different colored arms and legs is because there's so many things that go on in my mind that, you know, I have like ADHD like shit, but I
Really?
want to do I want to do I want to do 1,000 things at once, and I don't complete everything. But this is literally how I feel. Like, you know, I know I'm the shit. Like, I'll be honest with you. That's why
Good,
that's why there's
dude.
that fucking crown.
And you should know, dude. You are like.
And you know, that being said, that's why I have, you know, the character himself, you know, doing multiple things at once. You know, he has his, you know.
That's how
different
kind of how I
hands.
see the feet. It's like different footsteps that you go
different,
through.
different
Like-
directions, bro. My head's going in different directions.
There's
you
even
know?
tentacles in there. It's
Yeah,
just crazy.
and that's the thing. That's the reason you'll see octopi in my paintings a lot. So yeah, I really fuck with them because they have 8 hands or 8 tentacles. Sorry, and they can do all these multiple things at
That's
once.
fucking sick.
The more I look at it, the
So
more.
the more it's making sense, the more I'm like
Well,
looking at it.
My favorite thing, or two things, it's the fact that you kept the same color scheme in the different eyeballs.
Yeah,
to
like you
match.
said, there's something I'm paying
It's
more
a-
attention
you can
to
really
now
see the
with
bits
eyes.
of each character in
Yeah.
the face, but also, you were mentioning earlier when we were first shopping through your stuff that New York's really cutthroat, and you really gotta keep that dang on you.
Yeah,
Cause
bro.
that's cutting you right
Yeah,
there.
bro.
You really gotta keep, because like, you
Yeah,
don't know,
You gotta be cutthroat, bro. You
You
gotta be
can't,
cutthroat always.
because you're gonna get taken advantage of, and it seems like this person's like trying to like this side of you is trying to like really like
Yeah. No, there's
Bring
and that's
you
what I'm
in,
saying.
choke you almost.
Each color has its own emotion, and
And then
Yeah.
he's got the $sign tatted right above his head.
forehead. Yeah.
It's all for the
and
money.
it's literally, bro. Money's always on my mind.
Now, are you on some Van Gogh shit? Did you cut your other horn off?
No, so the horn's actually being hidden because before I colored it in, the horn was under the crown.
Really?
Yeah, so I cover a lot of
So
stuff.
somewhere
That's fucking
underneath
insane.
layers of
If you
paint.
scratch that fucking gold off,
Yeah.
you'll find it.
Yeah, that'd be a wild like scratch off ticket.
Right.
But it's like your piece.
That's a lot of my bro, like even this one, bro. Like if someone were to ever kind of take this off, a lot of my paintings they have like a lot of subliminal shit. So it's like there's some paintings that
It could be in small squares, right?
Dude,
It's-
and the thing is that I have paintings
That's
that
crazy.
I would never. So like for instance, right now, if I were to have one of those big paintings, I wouldn't let you guys show it because the painting on the back has its own art that's only meant to be seen by whoever purchases. So Room 808,
I love that.
there's paintings at Room 808 that have art on the back.
You're
But
lying.
you guys would never see it unless you
That's
buy it.
fucking crazy.
Unless you buy it, that's the only way that you would see
Yo,
that.
that's like some,
And if someone like
yo,
rips
that's
it off the
some
wall,
like
you
Da
feel
Vinci shit.
So that's the
like
thing,
he's
that's
got
why-
it like hidden.
Yeah, that's
like,
why
beautiful.
I'm very,
love
I'm
that.
very like strategic about where I hung everything up too, because there's like, I know where more people are gonna be, so that's why my
it's
bigger
national
pieces,
treasure.
my bigger pieces are on the stage,
So
where only the performers are. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it's on the back, those pieces don't really have anything.
Right.
But that's like the secret treasure of.
Hey,
But there's
don't give away all the
Yeah.
secrets, bro.
But there's room.
Dude, you're
room
like Oda with One Piece.
Yeah, I know.
Gold Roger, you want my treasure?
Wait, I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
love it all.
you should make like a whole scavenger hunt for someone
This is
one
like
day.
some Da Vinci Code
my
shit.
art has scavenger hunts in it. Yeah, my art has like there's pieces that, for instance, if I was drawing this next to this and I released this first and I finished this first, you won't see that the extension on his arm is connected to this. Like there's pieces like that.
I told you. I
Yeah.
told you.
Like this one, that one.
You stole the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, he Nicholas Cage.
like
He
the painting you have right there that you just bought.
Yeah.
There's a part 2 to it. Someone else owns it though, and it's a part 2 that's on a piece of paper that I displayed a whole separate day.
So that connects to this
That
somehow?
connects to this.
I gotta find this person.
Dude,
Yo, first of
Who
all,
bought it? Who bought it? Where is it? I don't remember.
you're the Quentin Tarantino.
one day I'm gonna
of
find
art.
some. That's gonna be crazy. One day I feel like I'll run into that person one day somehow.
I have a buddy who actually kind of retraced steps, and he owned a piece. So I do series from time to time that it's like, like my tattoos are also part of my art, but they're the art that people can't buy. So like, for instance, this was originally just a design for
Let me
myself.
see it.
No one will be able to buy Dylan's piece.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
See, like that is
super
exactly what I would put here.
Hell yeah!
Like
And
even this. Oh.
no instructions I had to live. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so then I did a piece throughout three or 4 years called Sorry to Myself,
Shit.
Sorry Everybody, and Sorry to Her. A buddy of mine actually owns 2 pieces, and he found the original buyer for one of them, and now he owns both, so he just needs the last one.
He bought it. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it's like the pieces of Exodia from you.
I know.
That's literally my goal, bro.
It's
My
like
goal
the
is like
missing
for people to
Horcrux.
want to. That's why right now you bought 1 out of 4. Those all were painted within the same time period.
Like that 1 out of 4.
That
and,
one's 1 out of 2.
And wait, the big
So,
joint with the
do
white.
we
the
know
white
what
one?
the
Hold
other
on.
4? Do we know?
The other 4 are right here. You have a full collection right here. So if you like, technically speaking, I'm gonna walk away and someone else is gonna have 1 of 4. Or now you already have 1 of them, and if they want to buy the whole collection,
Yeah.
unfortunately now they're shit out of luck because you own 1 of those pieces.
And they gotta
That's
come to me.
limited.
Yeah, they gotta come to you.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. You want the rest of those. You gotta.
Might take
Dude,
it
I
off.
like the
But-
game you're playing with us,
No.
bro.
No,
Like,
that's-
I fuck
Well,
Well,
with
that's
it.
what art is, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No,
It's not stationary.
No, I
It
just
moves
like the
everywhere.
little like
Yeah.
game of Saw. Like, do you want to play a game?
You're gonna have to buy this one.
Yeah, bro. There's
Your daughter's location. You're gonna have to pull your eyeball out. And
Yeah,
get the key in order to get it. You must collect all 4 pieces
and
and
that's
send them to my PayPal.
I love
Yeah,
it,
bro.
love it, dude.
and that's the thing. Unfortunately, I feel like there only will be a small group of people that will ever play this little game that I do.
That sounds fun.
No, I'm
It
in
is
now.
cool,
I'm
bro.
invested.
I just gotta
Yeah,
become more
that's-
successful so
yeah.
I can keep playing.
Yeah, that's the thing. But like, even with that, bro. Like I said, a lot of the art, it's just all creative shit. There's paintings that
You just put your whole character into it.
yeah.
Right.
You're this is you
Hey, bro.
in all
Bro.
different
And like,
mediums.
I can feel it. Like,
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Yeah,
I feel like dude's gonna
Like,
pop out. She's gonna
I
pop
can,
out.
I can feel. It's. I don't know how to explain. Like,
This
anytime.
reminds of how my brain feels.
Yeah.
And you know, like Attic and Friends, shout out to them. They're my homies too. We're gonna get them on here.
Yeah.
That you did the High Life Studios
I did
in
the High Life
Rockville
Studios.
one, the back, right?
Yeah, I did.
I had an
Rockville
interview
and
with
DC.
them, and you were in the.
I did both
Your
of them.
studio we're
Yeah.
in actually was built by my homie who did their second studio.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Henry.
DC location. Okay.
He
hell
was
yeah.
my Chief Ventura. He's a guitar player as
Yeah,
well. Played
that's what's
Ventura.
up, bro.
Yeah, it's all
That's
full
right.
circle.
Yeah.
You all both worked on like the High Life studio one
That's
after
funny
the
as
other.
shit.
Yeah.
Nah, man, High Life is cool as shit, bro. I've been friends with some of the guys there for a while, and they come to all my events. They're super
yeah.
supportive, and
I've only heard good things about them.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
met one of them in
I've
passing.
definitely
others.
I've done work with them. Like they're actually super. I love fucking Tommy Tons and
Yeah.
Money and Breakfast. Like the Attic and Friends dudes.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
they are like so chill. Like I just
think-
fuck with them.
I
So
think that was the first podcast I was ever on.
me too.
One of the first. Yeah.
Me too. That was the first. They put me on there in like 2019, and then they got me back in 2022, and I was like, oh.
No, that's just good shit, bro.
Yeah.
It really is a full circle, bro. You know.
And Jaco too. I fuck with that kid.
Jaco's-
That kid is
Jaco's
sick.
cool as shit,
I
bro.
fuck with
You're
him.
only a couple people away from knowing everyone.
Yeah, bro.
Your friend has a friend that is friends with you. Like,
Yeah.
I said that earlier. We're only
Yeah.
one person away from knowing
yep.
A lot of people,
a
bro.
lot of people together.
Everyone knows each other. It's a small circle once you finally like really dive into it.
Of course, bro. It's a big community, but you know, there's.
The people know
Everybody's so
everyone.
connected.
If you're in it, you're gonna know the people in the
Yeah.
community.
Nah, that shit is love, bro. I love that shit. You know.
Yeah.
Even
Community.
Isaac Leo, did you ever talk to him in that studio?
Yes. Yeah. So I don't think I ever worked with Isaac. We were definitely gonna do like a cover a while back ago, but most we ever really did was I think he like bought some like merch off of me.
Cool.
But yeah,
You guys were just in the serendipity.
yeah,
Is that what it was
serendipity,
called?
yeah. We were you know, we were always like fucking running all over that place. Like,
Yeah, there's so much. Like literally on the bottom floor, there's a studio to film.
yeah.
And then you have Schlee who's selling merch through the bottom. Then
Yeah.
upstairs you have like Isaac's studio. At one point, my homie Shane Alexander had a room in there,
Yeah.
and then like it was just like a bunch of different rooms.
It was a big. It was like a creative house, bro. It was like a
Yeah,
big-ass
every
creative house,
room
bro.
was just filled with someone doing something.
That shit was really cool, man. It was
But
really-
at the same time,
yeah, man.
I tried to get a room there, but I don't know. They just didn't fuck with me, so I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know.
Serendipity, the last location you're at before you went to New York.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Serendipity was the last location. Now I have a studio at my apartment, and yeah, I'll probably be getting a studio again soon when I move back. I definitely need that work living kind of two. I need them separate. I can't have them together because like then that's where I create clutter. That's where I get messy. That's where my art supplies makes its way to my room. That's where my canvases make it to my my clothes makes it to my fucking studio.
Right.
Bro, I'll be
Whole
like,
fucking process.
bro, I'll get hot as shit and I'll take my shirt off in my studio. Now my fucking shirt is just chilling in the studio. And now I have to go pick up laundry in 2 rooms. So it's just like
Damn.
Yeah.
I need to have those 2 separate. And then on top of that, like I treat it like a business at this point. Like it's no like,
It
used to
is.
be a
I mean,
hobby.
it is.
It's a business now. It's how I make my money.
Absolutely, man.
I live right above my studio.
Yeah,
I
see,
know
that's
exactly what
perfect.
it's like. You gotta keep it clean. You gotta, remember that people also live here, so you
Of
gotta make
course.
sure who comes through, like,
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
comfortable.
Nah.
Yeah, that's always something I thought about too. How like your business places in your
Has
home.
benefits, has negatives.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like there's a psychological aspect to
Of
having a
course.
whole separate place away from your
Yeah.
living situation.
Right.
Bro, it's little shit like, for instance, this is me personally. I would get lazy. I would simply I'm like, this
Hell
day
yeah.
is boring, like my bed's over there though, so I'm just gonna take a quick nap.
Yep.
Just like I can't.
Nope.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
All right, guys. We are gonna close this out right now because we are reaching our time on it.
I feel you.
Let me just start off with, dude. Fucking thank you.
Yeah,
so
man.
fucking much.
Thank you
Like
guys, honestly.
I was
Great
a huge
conversation.
fan
Yeah.
of you for
Great to get to know you,
years
bro.
before this.
Thank you.
And this was a great conversation with you now to finally meet you. And thank you, Eastman. Thanks for.
Well, sorry, I don't want to. Oh shit!
Hey, don't fuck up the.
I know.
Protect my baby.
Stop it.
Exactly.
God damn it! You break it, you buy it.
Big love, bro.
Yeah.
You can break it if you want. You gotta
No, I don't want to break it.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you.
Take care.
Salud.
Sorry.